as I said, it's beautiful. It's a sunshiny morning, May 8th, and hopefully we're done with the snow. I'd like to say there are so many great people in our industry, whether they're directly relating to providing top-notch health care to our seniors or providing quality personal care or providing a special place for mom and dad to live in their golden years. Today I'm especially proud to say that we've known our guest for 11 years. She comes with impeccable credentials and an impeccable heart to boot. Our guest has been a trusted name in the senior community for as long as we've been associated with it. I'd like to introduce our friend and our guest, Terri Geppner from Pathway to Living. Terri, good morning, Terri.
Good morning.
Terri is the Director of Community Development for Pathway to Living. Pathway is an owner and operator of 28 communities with another 3 under development. She has been with the company for as long as we've known her in a sales and marketing role. The company has experienced tremendous growth, as you can imagine, in the last few years in serving our elder population. Terri, welcome again. And can you tell us a little bit about Pathway to Living? And there's a lot to talk about, and the history of the company.
Sure, we'd be happy to. Again, thanks for having me today.
Sure.
The company started in 1999, and in the year 2000, they opened the very first supportive living in the state of Illinois, which was the Victory Center of Joliet.
Wow.
This was the old Joliet Catholic High School that was renovated, and they're into 32 supportive living apartments and 55 senior apartments.
Wow.
Supportive living is very much like assisted living, though you do have a few age restrictions, different payer sources. We work with the state of Illinois on this. So today, 2018, we have 13 supportive living communities. We have 7 senior apartment communities for 62 and better, independent. And then we have 8 assisted living communities, which also have memory care.
Which is so much needed today.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're in 4 states now. So we're in the Midwest, we're in Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, and then of course Illinois here in our roots. We were opening about 1 community per year.
Wow.
Back when I started in 2013. And in 2013, the company made a decision to expand. We're now up to 28 total communities.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
With more to come. The biggest growth, across the country is assisted living that also have memory care. Kind of balances out our portfolio with Pathway to Living.
So a big advantage of that is if you're in assisted, actually, if you start from independent living, that Pathway to Living can be your place to stay all the way through your golden years.
Exactly.
Now, have you had a name change along the way there?
Yes, actually, it was just last year in 2017. Our name, of course, was Pathway Senior Living, and then the change was to Pathway to Living. It kind of goes along with our mission statement, which is to change the way society looks at aging and senior living. Very broad. We look at moving to a community as a natural progression in life. So when you're a child, you live at home with your parents, and growing up, you're a teenager. You may go off to college and live in that dorm atmosphere or an apartment. Then you become an adult, hopefully, and live in an apartment or a home. And then the next progression is to move to a senior community. Our philosophy positions our company to create exciting choices for older adults. More than a community that provides safety, security, and care that we all need, we can create the engaging lifestyles that our residents deserve. Our new name reflects the evolution of senior housing as well as the possibilities and promises we deliver every day.
Excellent, excellent. Um, I may have jumped the gun there by saying, and the reason I do is my mother-in-law actually lives at the Victory Center, independent living over in Bartlett.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and she's been there for, wow, I want to say, when was that facility?
Actually, it opened right before I joined the company, so
Wow.
11 years it's been
Yeah,
open.
so not too soon afterwards, we moved Mom for, and this is a perfect scenario. Mom used to live in Mount Prospect. On the east side of Mount Prospect, we lived in Bartlett. And we would, if Mom was at the point of time, point of her life where she needed us to start stepping in and caring for her a little bit, being with her, of course, being her social aspect of her life. But boy, that was straining on us. Okay, from Bartlett to the east side of Mount Prospect every weekend. So when you guys opened, it was like a godsend.
Oh, that's
Okay, now
wonderful.
she's exactly 3 minutes away, and it's been tremendous. Now take us from independent living, and what amenities can someone expect when they're visiting a Pathway community?
Okay, different amenities that you can expect, different dining options. In some of our newer communities, you can see not just the dining room where, of course, people come together to socialize and have their meals, but we have a bistro. So it's kind of a
Oh.
Starbucks kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Very nice with tables where family can come in and friends. A little bit different menu, flatbread pizzas, sandwiches, salads.
Nice.
But it's that camaraderie
Uh-huh.
with a bit of a different flair. Our cooking is scratch cooking, so everything is made fresh, restaurant style.
Mhm.
Also, you can find in our communities, a library and technology center
Oh, okay.
with computers. So a lot of people bring their own, but if they don't, it's there for them or for their families when they come to visit. Yoga studios,
Cool.
which you might not have seen in communities.
That's cool.
Stretching exercise, balance. It helps to reduce falls.
Oh, not only that, okay, all the science has said the best things that we can do as we age is keep moving and eat healthy.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so you're going right down that path.
Down the hall, you might find an exercise gym. It has resistance equipment for balance, stretching, weights. Then again, the entertainment, movie theaters with the popcorn machine popping, just like going out to the movies. An art room.
Oh, wonderful.
So you'll see our residents sculpting, watercolors, oils, Kindles. So take whatever creative ability you have. You might not be the best, but you want to learn how to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, your salon, where you can get haircuts, manicures and pedicures. A massage room. After that exercising and that, work out the kinks. So we have masseuse coming in. And then, of course, spas, spa tubs with jets, helps with arthritis. And then, of course, a wellness suite. It would have doctor's office, therapy rooms that would do physical, speech, and occupational therapy for our residents,
So those kind of services can come there.
where you don't then have to go out.
Oh.
A variety of healthcare providers, pharmacy, labs, audiology, podiatry, behavioral health services, everything that the older generation might need. Then we have a concierge up at the front desk. Someone is there from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. So they can help set appointments for our residents. We partnered with Lyft. So people can go out, maybe go to a restaurant with friends
Neat.
and don't have to worry about money. Everything is on their bill and it's easy for them. and then we'll bring them back. So that's kind of a neat partnership.
So the concierge person just sets the lift ride up for them.
Exactly,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
Cool.
Our community is to help residents live healthier lives, reduce side effects, prevent unnecessary hospitalizations, and then, of course, recover more quickly. You might find a community life room. They'll be doing different programs, presentations, entertainments, card rooms, a bar. Happy hour is a very popular program. We combine care with hospitality, is what we like to say.
And I love that. In fact, as you're describing this, when we walk into Mom's place, there's always these wonderful ladies. By the way, my wife and I have dachshunds, and I like this is a call out to Sadie at Victory Center. Okay, Sadie doesn't like me. I get along with every dog except for Sadie, who greets me at the Victory Center every time we go to visit Mom. But what is wonderful is the social aspects of what you guys provide. I mean, this is not just at your assisted living, but your independent living. Okay, I see. In fact, the other night when we were over at Mom's, not only were there a bunch of people playing cards, okay, there were people doing it looked like a, what do they call that? A book, not a book report, but they were around the table talking about a book they
A
were
book
reading.
club?
A book club, yes.
With book discussion.
Yes, yes. There were some pretty pretty opinionated thoughts about that book too, whatever they were reading.
Absolutely.
So what kind of feedback do you get from residents about what it's like to live in a pathway community after they've moved in?
Well, as I said, our whole mission, is to age well, live well, and be well. We inspire every day. We want to give people a purpose to get up every morning and contribute to society, they say, to a healthy retirement.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the factors that you need to live, to grow, to learn new things. But there's help there when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
An example of that would be laundry services, in our supportive and assisted living and memory care is done for our residents, but it doesn't have to be. If people enjoy doing that, we have, laundry rooms on every floor of our communities. We have 24-hour staff there, of course. Our CNA aides are called LEAs, which is life enrichment aides.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're not only helping
LEAs.
with medical or clinical needs, but also some of our programming. Everything is centered around wellness, the 7 dimensions of wellness with social, environmental, emotional, vocational, intellectual, physical, and spiritual.
Wonderful.
So as many of those as you can incorporate into programs,
Wow.
the more beneficial it will be. One quick example, in our Aspera place of Lake Zurich, we had a resident who, when it was snowing out in January, wanted to make snow angels.
Oh.
So our maintenance director, some of our LEAs, we went outside, they helped her down, she made the snow angel, just had a wonderful time.
Oh, how awesome is that?
That is
That is
unique for sure.
that is
Yeah.
what you call personalized, specialized, heartfelt care for somebody.
All about what do you want to do today?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you think about, I read an article looking about, the golden rule and the platinum rule, and then the double platinum rule. Now that is double platinum
Yes.
customer
Isn't it?
service there to go beyond what they could even imagine they wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's wonderful, if you need reminders for meds or help with bathing, we're there, but we're there for, and we call it our Viva culture.
Viva culture.
Okay, so help us understand what the Viva culture is.
Well, a few years ago, first of all, Viva it's an Italian word that means long live. And we adopted this 4 or 5 years ago. It's an enthusiastic celebration of life.
Awesome.
Cool.
Create the life you want to live
Mm-hmm.
in our communities. We honor preferences, we foster purpose and independence, growing and learning. We look at advancing in age as a wonderful part of life. We have some signature programs that I will mention. For example, a world tour. So they learn about different countries. It expands the mind while satisfying the travel bug. We have our residents participate if they've been to those countries.
Oh, how cool.
So, for example, Greece. The residents will make baklava. Our community life manager teaches some Greek phrases.
Oh, okay.
They watch the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding in our movie
Oh, wow.
theater
Good
with
one,
popcorn.
good one, yeah.
Our LEAs and residents dress up in different Greek clothing. We learn about the culture and customs.
Neat.
Go out and have lunch at a Greek restaurant in the area.
Cool. And
Yeah.
there's plenty of them.
There is. Another signature program is our Victory Gardens. We have raised gardens there. So they grow spices and vegetables.
Neat.
And then our culinary experience manager uses that in the dining room to make the meals. We have lifelong learning courses. They're college courses, documentaries, natural wonders of the world. Right now they're learning about the history of coffee
Oh, wow.
and a discussion on that. And then again, we do sharing and caring, which are fundraisers for different causes. Alexian Village in Elk Grove does a fundraiser where the residents build a chair, paint it, decorate it. Then they have a fundraiser for families and residents and the community, and the money goes to MS.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. We did one of our grand openings. We did a fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association. We had some big pots, and you put your mark on the pot where you donated, and then the money went to the Alzheimer's. And it was on June 21st, the longest day of the year for caregivers.
Well, and what you're describing here is some of the spiritual aspects that that Pathway to Living provides. Because you know what? One of the things, being in the industry as we all have, one of the things that happens to seniors, they get into a depression because they don't feel like they can help. These are perfect ways that they can get involved. So you're addressing a very important aspect.
Absolutely. My favorite is Camp Viva.
Oh.
And we take our residents day and overnight camping. We've been doing this for 5 or 6 years, and it's wonderful. They swim, they hike, they fish. We have the guitar player there with the bonfire and having s'mores over the bonfire.
Are you kidding me?
No, not at all. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
And it's wonderful. We have, of course, staff there 24 hours with nursing and LEAs, but there's ramps for walkers and wheelchairs. We have cots, handicap accessible buildings. But, you hear people say, I haven't camped since I was 10 years old, or I've never camped before in my life. So we make it happen. We do horseback riding, hot air balloon rides. At our Victory Center of Roseland, they just did roller skating. We had one of our residents who used to be a champion roller skater, and she was teaching the other residents how to do this.
Gracious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what does a typical day at a particular location look like for a resident?
Okay. Well, let's get up and have breakfast whenever you want to. So we have all day dining from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. So if you're like someone likes to sleep late, you don't have to get up. Or if you miss a meal, then you may go to chair yoga. At one of our communities, we have a resident that leads the yoga 3 days a week.
Wow.
Gee.
Then there's a book club discussion in the Library and Technology Center
Wow.
that you could enjoy.
Okay.
Then let's go to the bistro and have just a salad before going out on our bus for a shopping trip.
Okay.
When I come back, I may go to art class and do a painting. And then, of course, happy hour at the bar. Aspired Living of Westmont has a beautiful place for people to socialize at the end of the day and have a glass of wine. Then dinner. Maybe go to the theater and watch a Cubs game or see a new release on Netflix.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow. That's a full day.
Yes.
That's a full day. That's busier than I am today. No, actually, that's the place I want to get to. Okay.
Exactly.
Terri and I were talking on the way over here. We were talking about, what do we do for relaxation? We found out we're not doing a lot for it because we're working.
Exactly. And then in our memory care, you may have breakfast in your neighborhood. They have small neighborhoods at the Country Kitchen. They have, an outdoor courtyard where you can go out and sit out and enjoy the outside. Small living rooms, monarch rooms with different sensory. They all have private studios, so it's nice to have your own apartment, but then, of course, the different neighborhoods are right outside. Our memory care is called a New Day Memory Program, and it's called Rehabilitation for the Brain. We call it Rementia, and it's reigniting the spark inside and helping them be engaged.
Amen.
So it works very well with our LEAs. They use physical touch and music and different therapies for the residents.
What's remarkable, along with your company, is that memory care is becoming a very important aspect of our society, and it's wonderful to see Pathway to Living address this. And if you've never, this is to my audience, our audience, if you've never been to a memory care facility community, I really encourage you to go and just take a tour. These are wonderful, wonderful communities.
Absolutely. And what's nice, what you're seeing with the new developments out there is assisted living with memory care attached to the community. What's nice, especially for couples where one may need that extra support in memory care, the other one can stay in our assisted living independently or can live with them also. People are living so much longer than they ever have, and so then you're seeing more and more of dementia.
That's exactly right. We were also talking about that. What's new on the horizon for Pathway?
Well, what we're seeing probably is more technology coming about. You're seeing, I talked about Lyft. You're going to be seeing, people using apps to get more services. Wow. We have a couple new developments under construction right now. 2 of them are in the Milwaukee area. Hardest Village North Shore is in Glendale, Wisconsin. And then Hardest Village of Brookfield. These will both open next year.
Wow.
And then here in Illinois, we'll be breaking ground on Aspired Living of LaGrange.
Wow.
It will have 84 assisted living apartments and 32 memory care.
Wonderful.
And you're going to see more on the horizon.
You guys are really going to town. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you want people the takeaway, people to remember about Pathway and senior housing after?
Well, I think choices is what you want people to. I always say to our older generation, take a look at what's out there. What you might have visited last year, it might be different than the way it is now. We're all about understanding the needs and wants of our residents and delivering services. I think Pathway is a very innovative thinking company. Some of the things I described, what's on your bucket list, and let's check it off. So we make things happen, people's interests, things they want to do. You might tweak it a little bit to do that, but we want people to be fulfilled. I had a resident say to me, how could I have made all these friends at the age of 92?
Isn't that amazing?
I mean, to have that fulfilled life with socialization, there's nothing like it.
It's never too late.
That's exactly
You
right.
know, that's it.
We strive to have our residents live meaningful and purpose-filled lives. There's a quote from C.S. Lewis, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. You will find dreamers in a Pathway community."
Amen.
That
I
is so
love it.
cool.
Terry, can you please share your contact information with our audience? Tell us how to get a hold of Pathway to Living.
Absolutely. The website is www.pathwaytoliving.com. Phone number 888-342-4111. And of course, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all social media.
And follow us today on Facebook, Facebook Live. There you can wave. And you can see us on Silver Solutions Show
on YouTube.
on YouTube. Terry, thanks for being our guest today again, and thank you for what you and Pathway to Living is doing for our senior communities.
My pleasure.